So if you've been watching this channel for a little while, you know I'm a big blue fragrance kind of guy. For those of you that don't know exactly what classifies as a blue fragrance, there's a lot of things that encompass it. It means a mass appealing type of fragrance that has kind of a compliment getting, mass appealing DNA that's versatile, works in all seasons, all situations, tends to be pretty fresh, has a lot of modern synthetics like ambroxan, amber wood, things like that. Just smells fresh, clean, inviting, and they tend to perform pretty well. And in this video, I've got 15 of my absolute favorites that I want to discuss with you. So stay tuned. Starting off with what I would consider a beast for the summer because it is very, very strong. Directly off skin, not the best smell, but out in the air, it is one of the best. It's Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, the Eau Intense flanker. Yes, very popular, tends to sell out pretty quickly when it restocks at different discounters. I know Kingdom Fragrances was out recently. I haven't checked the stock in a few days. Fragrance Net tends to run out pretty quick. Very, very good fragrance. It's essentially a saltier, stronger version of the original Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, the beloved flanker to Dolce & Gabbana Pour Homme. Essentially, it's a flanker that spawned a line of flankers, and this is the best one in my opinion. Definitely the one that fits the blue category the best because it does perform, it does feature what smells like a lot of ambroxan in the form of an amberwood note. Definitely pushes out, strong compliment factor. Ladies love the way this one smells. Don't just take it from me. Look around, try it for yourself. These are available at all the fragrance counters for you to sample it. They usually have a tester available. Like I said, directly off skin, I'm not a fan either. Took a little bit for me to enjoy the fragrance because I was smelling directly off skin. But walk by somebody with this on, or you have somebody walk by you with it on, and you'll understand. Fantastic blue fragrance, one of the best out there. Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, the Eau Intense. Now, essentially, this entire line is pretty much blue fragrances, but this is the newest flanker in the line and definitely the bluest in my opinion. This takes a beloved original fragrance and modernizes it. I'm talking about Acqua Profondo, the newest in the line from Giorgio Armani. The blue color bottle is very fitting because I look at this one as if Acqua was a new fragrance. This was the first one. This is what it would be in this day and age. It's very modernized with this new aroma chemical known as Aquazone. And distinctively, I can't tell you what Aquazone smells like, but I can tell you this is extremely fresh, citrusy, aquatic, and extremely mass appealing. I have yet to come across somebody that doesn't love the way this smells. This was a great release for 2020. It performs. It is way, way powerful. Hours and hours and hours of projection and longevity. It's just a fantastic fragrance. Another powerhouse for the summer that's so strong you can wear it year round. It will cut through the cold, no problem if you're looking to smell fresh. Definitely one of the better blue fragrances out there. That's why I included it in this video, and one of the best releases from 2020. And again, that's Acqua Profondo from Giorgio Armani. Next, we have another release from 2020 that's actually a personal favorite of mine. I mean, that's why it's in the video. I actually wore this to my stepson's high school graduation, so I have a beloved memory tied to this one forever now. Of course, I'm talking about one of the newest in the Polo Blue line. It's Ralph Lauren Polo Deep Blue Parfum. The way I can best describe this one to you is if you take Polo Blue and Dior Sauvage, mix them together, this is what you get. Granted, there's a little bit of some cypress going on here that adds kind of a green sharpness that isn't present in either one of those fragrances. So it kind of does its own thing, but you definitely get hints of both. That's why I like to describe it as a mixture of Sauvage and Polo Blue, because that's really what it is to me, plus some cypress. Performs very well. It's about an 8-hour fragrance on my skin. Not some super long beast mode, but it projects very well, has a really good trail, mass appealing, versatile. When you see blue and you hear fresh, you immediately think warm weather, and yes, these fragrances shine in warmer weather, but man, they just work in every situation. Great for dates, great for anything and everything. The versatility on a good blue fragrance is second to none. That is the beauty and kind of the knock on them is they're so mass appealing and versatile that some people want some more uniqueness than they don't want to just smell great, I guess, because all of these fragrances, especially something like Polo Deep Blue Parfums, is just going to have you smelling great. And when somebody smells you, they're most likely going to want to know what you're wearing, potentially pay you a nice compliment, or they may not say nothing at all. It's all up to chance, but the likelihood of them telling you smell good definitely goes up with these blue fragrances, especially with fragrances like Polo Deep Blue Parfum. One of the most beloved and well-known blue fragrances out there, compliment king, versatility monster. You can do it all. Clean, soapy shower gel, fresh, and Ambroxan domination. Dior Sauvage. The Eau de Toilette. Now, you can plug and play with any of the Sauvage line here, with the Parfum being the deepest, richest, smokiest, sweetest of them, which is actually my personal favorite. But to fit the video topic, it's between the EDT and the EDP in my opinion. And the EDT is just that much fresher. It projects that much harder, and it's just that much more popular. They sell more bottles of the original, the Eau de Toilette, than any other in the line, for good reason. It smells great, it's beloved, it's hated, it's polarizing, because it works. Some people get tired of it working and everybody wearing that fragrance, and this is one of those fragrances that a lot of people wear. So that's the knock on it, but there's no denying this stuff smells great. It's really, really good. Like I said, shower gel type of scent, a little bit of spice, some fresh bergamot, fresh citrus up top, and this beautiful Ambroxan, because I do enjoy the note of Ambroxan, and this sucker puts out. It's a loud fragrance, it's an attention getter. It does its job because it's one of the best blue fragrances out there. It's Dior Sauvage. Now, Armani Code is a very beloved fragrance and beloved fragrance line as a whole, and what I would consider the bluest of the line is definitely going to be Armani Code Colonia. It's even blue in color. It's very fresh, doesn't really strike me as an Ambroxan dominated fragrance. It's still a tonka bean fragrance at heart, but it's definitely got that blue mass appeal type of DNA and versatility that not necessarily a lot of the others in the line have. It's a lot fresher. There's a beautiful mandarin orange up top in this one. It's versatile. One of my favorite times to suggest to use this one is actually summer evenings. This is a great date night in the heat type of scent because it's essentially Armani Code, just a whole lot fresher. That's why I say it works great for summer evenings, great summer date night scent. Obviously, you can wear it in other situations. It's got the power, 7 to 8 hour fragrance. It's got a little bit of powdery quality to it, but not much, not an overly powdery fragrance. Another one that's extremely mass appealing and versatile. Definitely gets the job done. The bluest of the Armani Codes. That's Armani Code Colonia. Definitely the most expensive in this video, but one of the most beloved when it comes to fresh, fruity, aquatic, mass appealing compliment machines. Not too many do it better than Elysium Parfum Cologne from Roja Parfums. This stuff, now don't get me wrong, there's cheaper alternatives and clones to go with, but to get the quality, you need to go to the original for sure. Not a performance beast. A 5 to 7 hour fragrance depending on your skin chemistry. If you spray your clothes, I definitely suggest spraying your clothes with this one. It will last a long time on clothes. Ladies love the way this stuff smells. Everybody loves the way this stuff smells. That's why it's so heavily copied. It's a great fragrance. Yes, it's on the pricey side. There are places to get a bit of a discount in that $230, $240 range. Places like Venba Fragrances, which is always linked in my video descriptions if you want to check them out and grab some variety from niche perfumery for a really good price. Stuff like this is available. The whole line's available. But tell you what, this is, the bottle being blue is very fitting because it smells like a blue fragrance. Like I said, it's fresh, it's clean, it's aquatic. It's essentially an aromatic fougere, but a much fresher version of a fougere. Very, very fruity citrus. Very, very appealing fragrance. Has a little bit of a metallic quality to it. It's just damn good. It's a must try at the very least. Everybody should try Elysium Parfum Cologne, in my opinion. And it's definitely one of the best blue fragrances out there. Again, that's Elysium Parfum Cologne, Roja Parfums. Now here's one you don't see me talk about often on the channel because It's in its box. It's kind of in the back of a shelf, so I tend to forget I have it. It's been popping up at Walmart from what I've been seeing. It used to be a Kohl's exclusive. I am talking about Nautica Midnight Voyage. That's right. This is one you don't see me talk about. Only available in a 50 ml like this. Essentially, the way this one smells is if you take Nautica Voyage and cross it with Dior Sauvage. I know it shows a different note breakdown that doesn't say anything about ambroxan. It talks about amber and stuff like that. But when you smell it, it smells like Voyage and Sauvage blended together. And it's a decent performer because I don't care what they say in the note breakdown. There's definitely some form of ambroxan or salty ambergris type of ambroxan going on in this one. To give it some push and power, it does project pretty well. Not a real long lasting fragrance, about 5 hours or so. But it's beautiful. You can get them really cheap. They're not super expensive. And it's different. It is probably the best version of Voyage. That's not the easiest to get, that not everybody has. So it's kind of for the collectors. If you like Nautica fragrances like I do, it's a great one to have for wearing, for the scent profile that you get out of it, and the exclusivity, because it's not available everywhere and not everybody knows about it. So especially the average Joe that's looking to buy a fragrance, they have no clue about this one. So if you're average Joe watching this video and you want to smell a little bit different, this one's got two beloved fragrances blended together so you don't smell like everyone else, which is hard to do with a blue fragrance. And I believe you can achieve that, at least a little bit of that, with Nautica Midnight Voyage, one that you should definitely check out if you come across it. It's worth the money. This is one of my favorite fragrances to wear in the summer. One of my favorite blue fragrances for sure to wear in the summer. It performs. It's super marine, salty, and aquatic. I just think of being on the beach with the ocean, you know, the saltwater, Gulf of Mexico type of stuff. Man, Bulgari. Aqva Atlantiqve. You can always see my ring light real easy with these Bulgari bottles, but that doesn't change the fact that this is beautiful. I do have a backup gift set of this. This is a 50 ml that I've been working on. I do have a backup 100 ml and a travel size ½ ounce. This stuff is great. Odd bottle, looks like a water drop. As you can see, the atomizer works really well. The scent is beautiful. This smells similar to Versace Dylan Blue, just way more aquatic and salty, marine, ocean, vacation type of vibes from this fragrance. Way more than Versace Dylan Blue. Versace Dylan Blue is more of a do-it-all fragrance. This is more of a vacation fragrance in my opinion. Compliment machine in my experience. I can't recall the last time I wore this and somebody didn't tell me I smell great, because it's powerful, it's out there, it's gonna grab attention. This is a fantastic compliment getter for the warmer weather, and a lot of people are always looking for something that performs in the heat, a fresh fragrance that can really perform. Look no further. This is a must-have in my opinion. The entire line is great. This is the bluest of the blue from this line. The color's fitting. One of the better blue fragrances out there in my opinion. That opinion's not ever going to change on this fragrance most likely, and that's Aqva Atlantiqve from Bulgari. Here we have another new release back in 2020, and underrated, sells out very quickly. Not the easiest to get your hands on, because as soon as it restocks at any discounter, it tends to sell out very fast. I love this fragrance. It's beautiful. It's Ferragamo from Salvatore Ferragamo. They do have a new leather flanker to this that's recent. I have not tried. I'm sure I'll get it eventually. I tend to get most of the Ferragamo fragrances, but with this one, it's beautiful. It's a violet leaf fragrance, essentially. Very blue, very citrus. It has this aquatic nature to it without being too aquatically fresh. It's just, this kind of does a little bit of everything. This is the epitome of a do-it-all blue fragrance, because it doesn't smell overly synthetic. It's not extremely youthful. It's got a little touch of sweetness without having too much sweetness. It does a little bit of everything. It performs pretty well. It's kind of sneaky in the projection. You'll think it's sitting close to the skin, walk by somebody, grab their attention. Ooh, that smells good. What are you wearing? I'm going to spray it again, because I love this stuff. This is a fantastic fragrance that I have recommended several times in the past, and I will continue to, because it's a damn good fragrance that you can get around $30 from discounters when they have stock of it. I'm not sure who has stock of it currently, but a damn good fragrance in my opinion. And if the flanker maintains some of this DNA with some added leather, I'm sure the flanker is going to be great too, because this is great. Again, that's Ferragamo from Salvatore Ferragamo. What I would consider one of the more unique blue fragrances, because it's so amber, salt, and herbaceous bay leaf heavy. Maintains a little bit of the original's DNA, but kind of does its own thing. It's powerful. It's Invictus Legend from Paco Rabanne. This is a tester bottle. That's why it says the name of the fragrance on the front. Amber, sea salt, bay leaf. 3 most prominent notes. It's powerful. It's powerful. It's an intense opening. It's very strong. It projects very heavy. It lasts all day. This is a 10+ hour fragrance on my skin with 3 to 4 hours of really strong projection off of my skin. I always spray my chest. This one has me just non-stop. I smell myself when I wear this one. Projection beast for sure. Performance is nothing. It's not shy on performance. A little strong for the summer. If you're going to wear this in the heat, I would say go lighter on the trigger. Rest of the year, do your thing. It definitely can cut through the cold. It's not overly aquatic. Therefore, I think this one works better in the cooler to cold months than some of the others in the line. Even better than the Intense Flanker, which adds a whiskey note, darkens it up, and sweetens it up even more. I just think this is a fantastic, now the whole line's blue essentially, but I think this is a fantastic fragrance that more people should try if you haven't yet. Great flanker, and definitely the best blue version, blue fragrance in the line to me. Invictus Legend, Paco Rabanne. Next is our other niche blue fragrance that I decided to put in here because I think it's a great niche blue fragrance. It really is. Another Fougere style fragrance that really takes that mass appeal, has a little bit of ambroxan, but not too much. Not too much. I'm talking about Parfums de Marly. This is Sedley. This is a wonderful niche blue fragrance. Definitely has some green herbaceous qualities, very fresh. Works wonders in the heat. There's a little bit of mint to this one. Great in the heat. And this is one of the newer formulations from last year because the launch version didn't perform that well. They re-released it with a different level of maceration before release, and it does perform a lot better. 6 to 8 hours depending on your skin and how much you spray your clothes. Obviously you'll get the latter if you spray your clothes, because this does tend to last on clothes. Strong compliment getter, I can tell you, based on my wife loving this one so much. This is another one of those fragrances that my wife is a big fan of. Definitely when it warms up again. I was wearing this one in the warmer weather last year. As it warms up again, going into this later spring and summer, I'll be pulling this one out quite a bit more. The quality's there. The performance is definitely a lot better than the original. And it just smells so good. Signature scent worthy, to be completely honest with you. Just a great niche blue fragrance. And that's Sedley from Parfums de Marly. So we actually mentioned this fragrance already because I mentioned how it's kind of a do-it-all, because Aqva Atlantiqve tends to smell similar to it, just much more marine and aquatic. Of course, I'm talking about Versace Dylan Blue. Another one that's polarizing. Some people love it. Some people hate it. I didn't really like it at first, to be honest with you. I thought the opening was kind of meh, kind of off-putting, but as I spent more time with it, I began to fall in love with this fragrance. This is a great do-it-all. Probably one of the most versatile, definitely one of the most versatile blue fragrances in this video. We're talking about Dior Sauvage level versatility, because that's probably, it's definitely a top 3 versatile fragrance in this video. These are all versatile, but fragrances like Dior Sauvage, like Dylan Blue, just add that extra level of versatility because they work well in office settings with a suit, so on and so forth, for those that like blue fragrances, because these are just compliment machines, and Dylan Blue is nothing short of that. It performs. People think newer batches just don't perform. I think that's an anosmia problem, going nose blind, olfactory fatigue, call it what you want. They all 3 mean the same exact thing. You'll get used to these fragrances when they're dominated with ambroxan, and you won't realize that they're still screaming off of your skin. You have a real big trail behind you, and when you walk by, you won't smell it anymore, and you walk by somebody and they pay you a compliment. And it'll remind you, oh wow, I guess it is working. I'm just going nose blind to it. Dylan Blue is a big culprit for that. Definitely a beautiful fragrance you can get for a decent price in the 40s, some odd dollar range, mid to high 40s from discounters. Kind of a must-have in my opinion. I feel everybody should at least try this one. This is another one that's available at these fragrance counters for these department stores, Macy's, Dillard's, places like that. Definitely try before you buy. Make sure it's for you, as with everything, because this is one of the ones that's easy to get your hands and try a tester bottle. Put it on your skin, walk around, spend the day with it, see if it really works for you. And more times than not, when it comes to these blue fragrances, you're probably going to end up wanting a bottle. And I think that's the case with Versace Dylan Blue. One of the better blue fragrances out there. So with this next one, it can apply to all three concentrations, with this particular one just being my favorite. That's why it's the one I have. I'm talking about Bleu de Chanel, the Parfum. A lot of people really lean to the EDP. I get it. It's fresher. It projects better, but this one just smells better to me. It's richer, it's warmer, it still has this zesty lemon, really zesty lemon note at the top. It's an actual lemon zest note. ISOE super, a lot of woods, cedar, sandalwood, stuff like that. Very, very warm, woody fragrance. All day spray on my skin just doesn't really push out much. There's a nice little trail that will follow you when you walk around because it has a high density of oil concentration. It'll linger in the air for several seconds and really have an opportunity to grab somebody when you walk by. It just doesn't really push real far off of your skin. But Bleu de Chanel, I mean, what can I say about Bleu de Chanel that hasn't been said? Same thing with Sauvage. They're just do-it-all fragrances. You know, this is one of those top three I was talking about. We hadn't got to it yet, that's why I didn't mention it, between Sauvage, Dylan Blue, and Bleu de Chanel. They kind of take the cake with versatility because they literally can do it all in any season, in any situation, any age group. Kings of versatility and some of the best blue fragrances on the market. And like I said, this one's still got that zestiness. Not as citrusy, not as fresh. It's a bit warmer, a bit woodier, but it's still great. And it's Bleu de Chanel Parfum. Next, this is another one like Nautica Midnight Voyage that talks about amber and coconut and all, you know, these simple three-note note breakdown. It's not what it smells like to me. I do get a little bit of amber, don't get me wrong, but it smells like a bubblegum ambroxan bomb. Some of you may know what I'm talking about. Davidoff Cool Water Intense. This is a bit more readily available than it was last year. You can find them across a lot of places on the internet in the $30 range. And when I say this stuff is beast mode, oh, man, is it beast mode. Smells like bubblegum. So if you don't like bubblegum fragrances, avoid at all costs. But if you don't mind that and you like that kind of stuff, you're in for a treat with Cool Water Intense. Smells nothing like Cool Water. So get that out your mind immediately if you're thinking, oh, Cool Water, old man smell, all that kind of crap. No, 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 no. This does not smell like Cool Water, which I still do enjoy. It's just named Cool Water Intense because it is a bubblegum blue fragrance ambroxan bomb that's super powerful. Maybe a little too much for the heat, but great. I mean, go easy on the sprays in the summer because this stuff is super, super strong. But the rest of the year, spray away. You will get noticed with this fragrance. There's no way around it because it's very, very strong. I've seen people mention in comments other times when I've recommended this, oh, I get 4 or 5 hours. It's not that strong for me. Your skin's drinking it, partner. I don't know what to tell you because this bottle on my skin, and it's just floating around right now, almost choking me out from that one spray. This stuff's crazy powerful. Another one that I suggest, try it if you can first because it is very, very potent. And for the money you can get it for at discounters, the $30 to $35 range, worth every penny. Performance monster, attention grabber, versatile beast. Cool Water Intense from Davidoff. Last but not least, I mean, you know I had to save my favorite blue fragrance for last. Acqua Senziale Blue. Salvatore Ferragamo. It's my favorite cheapie. It's my favorite blue fragrance. Just works. It's kind of a cross between Dylan Blue with a little touch of Bleu de Chanel. It's in that same family. Color of the bottle is very fitting. It's a little powdery in the dry down. It's got a beautiful, beautiful creaminess to it. It's very woody, a little herbaceous. Performs on my skin, 8 to 9 hour fragrance. Good 2 solid, strong hours of good projection. Super versatile. Works well in every season. Go a little bit heavier in the cold, but works well across the board. Super versatile and cheap. 25 bucks or less will get you under 30 bucks for sure. We'll get you a 100 ml, even gift sets around 30 bucks. 50 mls in that $20 to $25 range. They're popping up at the rack stores. 50 mls like this bottle for around $16.99 from Marshall's. I've been seeing a lot of people post that in TLTG Reviews Fragrance Lounge. Link tree down below will take you to the link if you want to join my Facebook group or follow me on Instagram for any of the updates on my upcoming fragrance. But I digress. This stuff is special. It's one of my absolute favorite fragrances, and it is my favorite blue fragrance. This video was in no way, shape, or form ranked, but I definitely saved my favorite for last because this is the most bargain heavy fragrance in this video for what you get. The versatility, the scent quality, the compliment factor, the mass appeal. It just works. It's a great fragrance for the money. And that's Acqua Cinziali Blue, Salvatore Ferragamo. Well guys, that's the 15 I wanted to talk to you about today. And until next time, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, because I do appreciate all the feedback and I love hearing from you guys. How many of these do you have or have you tried before? Let me know down in the comments what you think about them. Until next time, I will say if you get your hands on any of the fragrances discussed in this video and you give them a spray now, pretty confident you'll thank me later. Have a good one, guys.